So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C-Certified Brewhead, and welcome back to another edition of Stay Home and Drink Craft Beer with me. What's this, our third or fourth one, I think?
I think it's the fourth one, maybe?
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
Feels like
it feels like that, right? But if you guys haven't watched any of them, I'm going to pop a card up here to the first one, and I'll pop the rest in the description below.
You could pop the playlist for them.
Ooh, it's like a vlog playlist. Should I make one?
Ooh, you should make a separate one, yeah.
I'm going to make another one,
There you go.
That's what I'm
There
gonna
you
do.
go.
I like your attitude, Tiffany. So guys, welcome back. Hope everyone is staying safe and well. Alright, so today is Saturday, May 30. So there's a lot happening right now in the world. Unless you sort of haven't been online or watching the media, you would understand that things are kind of wild here. So we want to make this video about the community. So, and I'm not even just talking about the money side of it. We often talk about that, about supporting breweries and all the small businesses financially through the pandemic specifically, and now into this sort of larger global problem that essentially has been going on for hundreds, if not thousands of years. So whilst we want to make sure we focus on the breweries themselves and like that specific community, being that that's what we're about, it really, none of that matters if everybody isn't taken care of and our, fellow human beings are being oppressed and not being able to do what they need, live a normal life. So the best way to hear about this in a bit more detail is when it's coming from someone who is living and experiencing that day-to-day life. So our friends Tio and Benny from Crowns and Hops in LA, you guys might know them. They're super, if you don't in beer and you don't know them, I'd be surprised at this point. They're dominating. They are very good friends of ours, and they were kind enough to come on the podcast last night. We did a great chat. It was like an hour and a half, and we touched on this. It wasn't all we talked about, but they talked about that from their perspective. I absolutely could not say it better than them. So I think if you guys are interested in sort of a really unique and direct perspective about this, go check out our podcast. It's episode 9 of our adjunct series. It's available right now on our YouTube channel, and every Wednesday we drop podcasts, so that one will be dropping this Wednesday. To put it bluntly, what I'm talking about is the killing and legitimately lynching of black people in North America specifically. What is happening is disgusting. I've seen a lot of support from friends in the beer community and around talking about it, but I really feel that is our duty as a platform that is essentially only exists because of the community that is also made up of humanity, of the human community that creates the beer world. The beer world is a part of that, so this has to be okay for the beer to be okay. So I would like to express my solidarity with our black brothers and sisters in the States, here in Canada, all over the world, specifically here in North America. Of course, as you would know, I am with a black woman. We have a diverse team. It is important to us, but it's not just because of that. This is fellow human beings. Equality is literally everything, and it has to change. So we have to use this platform to talk about it. And I really think that Tio and Benny said it better than I ever could, like I said. So I definitely recommend you check out that podcast. It was super enlightening. We even had some comments from friends in Australia who actually follow beer media, and he was saying how much it opened his eyes, and I thought that was super cool. So they're spreading a great message, so check that out. Now, I really want to make sure that was said, and we started the video on that note. Now it's time for some beer. Let's go. All right, guys, beer time. So, À la Fût, one of Quebec's most popular breweries. We were stoked to be able to go up there last year. I think it was like June or July. It was super hot. And we stayed at their hostel. We interviewed Matthew for the brewery, and we hung out with Pierre-Paul. Shit, I think it's Pierre-Paul. It's been a while. So they're doing something really cool lately, but what I'm going to crack right now is their Saguaro Pilsner, Czech Pilsner. Pilsner d'Inspiration Czech. Looks pretty sexy. Yeah, you like that? Yeah. So, À la Fût, they really specialize. Their barrel room, they've got it was like 100, and they gave us the exact numbers, like 116. Super cool. They're, that's mostly what they do. So, I think I might have had a Pilsner from them before. Oh, that smells great. So, these guys, I would argue that they sort of specialize more so in the sort of traditional style. So, doing something like this from them, I was super amped when I got this. Ooh, that smells perfect. Yeah. That's fantastic. Try it. Oof. Grassy, bitter, earthy, fruity, balanced, nice and crisp.
Yeah, great.
That was really good. I love that the breweries are doing this, more of the Czech style specifically. They've changed the hops. A lot of breweries I noticed are going on trips out there. Very cool. So this beer isn't really specifically what I want to talk about though. So you guys might know the Rouge de Mechanac. It's the Flanders Red inspired ale with Kriek, with cherry from À la Fût. It's the most, I was going to say most popular, but it's either that or their flagship beer, but it's fire either way. So what they're doing a thing called the L'année de la Rouge, the year of the red or the Rouge de Mechanac beer, and they've done 9 collaborations with breweries, all in Quebec. Well, at least the first ones are. No, they are. Yep, all Quebec breweries, and they're releasing them every month. So the new one is with Malt String. So this comes out yesterday, actually, 29th of May. And they basically are blending their Rouge de Mechanac with another beer from that brewery. So they blended it with their IXPL, which is one of my favorite beers. They have a barrel-aged version of that. So they blended that together. So I'm going to drink that. Oh, I'm going to drink that tonight, actually.
Nice.
I'm going to do a 1 minute review for that one because I want to do 1 minute for all of them. So we're going to be doing that and dropping them every month. It looks like they come out pretty much every month until February next year.
Cool.
So 3 of them, the last 3, they haven't mentioned it. So I just really wanted to talk about that. Oh, look, it's and another program, Grand Cru Barrique 2020. So I'm not sure I guess it's just all of their barrel-aged beers from. I've had a bunch of these, so it's very cool. They got a whole bunch of stuff coming. These guys really kind of turn me. I'm more of like a trend kind of. I prefer the haze and stuff like that. But lately, I feel like I'm really starting to gravitate more towards these traditional, just well-made beers, man. I'm loving it, and these guys were a big part of it. Getting to try, particularly for Flanders Reds, between them and Rodenbach. It's like, whoo, change the game. So another community element here that we want to support are our small businesses that aren't just breweries. So I am pairing this lovely beer with these bad boys. This is Patriot Jerky. These guys are out of Canova, North Carolina. I got hold of these last year, I think, end of last year or early this year. They have like a hot, a medium, and a mild. Super fire. These guys, I believe they're, you can order them online too, so you can get them probably here in Canada. It's dope that you can just order this stuff and get them online. Now, we've been doing that more than ever. So it's cool that even when there's not just a brewery, that we've been talking a lot about online ordering for breweries, like even just packaged jerky like these. Super dope. So there's the medium and mild. I like spice, but this is super fire.
Yeah, I can smell I can smell the fire.
Take like a little that's why I didn't want to like run those ones. I took a little real soft bite. Okay, that's good. Tastes great. Tastes like normal jerky.
Okay, not burning your mouth?
No. Maybe give it time. Maybe it will. Alright, so I do not know who I thought I was. That extra super hot, spicy. I took a tiny little bit. That piece of jerky, man, my mouth was like on fire for like half an hour. So what we're about to rock now, you guys might have seen the last few of these vlogs. We kind of talked about different companies locally here, typically in Ontario or in Quebec, and just doing cool things to be able to get great food and then local products, so wine, beer, spirits, cider, things like that, to people's homes through delivery whilst we're all kind of safe at home. So we met up with this company called Ton Cartier, and basically what they've been doing is some cool ass stuff. So like this, they do platters and full meals alongside. You can buy like things from cafes, like even muffins and coffees and shakes, and they sell meat like a butcher type of thing, and they sell these pre-prepared and themed kind of meal kits. So we chose this one. They call it APERO. This joint is like a charcuterie board. Tiff and I love that.
Oh yeah.
So it's super, super cool. We've got 3 different types of cheeses, a couple different types of meats, some olives, some bread and crackers and stuff. And basically you can choose your own wine or beer. So they've paired it with this bad boy, which is a local, no it's not local at all, it's from Spain, I apologize, called Chouette. It's like a natural wine, so it kind of tastes like sour beer.
Yeah, it
this
does.
Bad boy here, which I like. Like wine and cheese boards are perfect. I mean beer of course, but wine is lit. Look how hazy that is, mate.
Oh, I thought you were passing to me. I was like, I'll just take it.
Like, oh. I can't really put my finger on it. It's kind of strangely sour, right? Like it's.
That's
like
cool. I think that's like based on whatever yeast is used or how it's fermented, or they did something interesting there, which is really nice.
I think they might have been using. I think it's the yeast exactly.
Yeah.
If it's like natural, maybe that means I don't know much about natural wines. I thought.
Nor do I.
They don't use sulfates and stuff, or they actually do natural processes, so they wouldn't introduce yeast. They'd cool ship it or something. But anyway, so as far as the beer, we actually interviewed these guys, Vilains. They're from here in Montreal. They do mostly hot forward beers. Their label art is damn near second to none in the province. It's always fire. So I chose this one because they released this recently. I hadn't tried it. It's a North West IPA. I almost called it a West Coast. So something I don't have often enough. So it pours clear. I'll let the head go down because we did it a while ago, but it smells sweet and malty, mate. Get it in you. Nice. 6%. It's fruity. It's kind of like a typical West Coast IPA, but a little fruitier. So it's still piney as hell, like when your tongue is being stripped away with like hop oil and shit. like kind of you want, if you're gonna have a West Coast IPA, it's kind of nice to have that. Maybe not too crazy, but just in comparison. So this one is really, really good. I like it. I like what they've done with it. So now a few facts about these guys. If you order these bad boys by 11 p.m. they'll deliver next day, which is super dope. By the way, this is for Quebec. This is something that's based here in Montreal. They deliver as far as from Montreal up until the Laurentians, which is at least a couple of hours away, which is super cool. Because all the meals, one of them is a barbecue one, and you got like ribs and what is this? Ribs, just other sort of meat products that they're already kind of cooked, and all you gotta do is sous vide them, like they're in the plastic, and you boil them up. And then it's kind of fresh. One of them has like a wicked mac and cheese where they give you all the parts to it. Ooh. And you kind of just like blend it up and put the cheese on, put it in the oven and stuff.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a super cool way. Because when I saw the pictures, I was like, how are they getting this type of fresh? It looked like Uber Eats or whatever. How are you getting that to the Laurentians from here? But that explained it. So Bar Palco, they actually are the sort of parent company, the same company that runs that restaurant. Also operates this company, so it's hyper local. It's all about the community, like we're saying in this in this vlog. So I think it's super cool what they're doing. Not only is it supporting them, who also have a bar, so it would help them with that business. They also support local producers. So with the beer, with the wine, with the cheese and the meat, everything is essentially as much as possible sourced locally, which is really cool. They have new products pretty much every week, so they're always introducing new beers. They told me that the beers that are on there now are just kind of like the early days. There's going to be a ton more coming later, but this was like a really nice match. And the best part of this is 15% of the sales from all of these products are donated to restaurants and bars in the city, which are really cool. I love that they're doing that. There's a lot of people that are still out of work. They can't open yet. Can they? Bars can't open, right?
I don't think so yet.
Not for drinking there.
I don't think so yet.
Yeah, so it's really cool. I think that's just a great way to support locally multiple times over, with a 15% going straight to like the servers and bartenders and stuff, and the people who are out of work because of this. Bouncers probably as well. It's all part of hospitality. And of course you're supporting the local producers and across the board. It's super dope. So check them out. We'll put a link in the description for this. So that's pretty much about it. We're going to enjoy this cheese board and get on with our evening. So guys, stay safe, stay home. No, do you know what we also do? I need you to give this video a like. Boom, smash it. Hit the subscribe below and hit the notification bell.
Ding.
So you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast. And check out the long form audio. We've been doing a series of adjunct series and quarantine podcasts. Tiff has co-hosted all 9 episodes so far. Yeah. Which we did our 9th episode last night with Tio and Benny. Please check that out again. They gave a lot of really important information and just perspective. I really think what they're doing to carry that conversation forward needs to be heard. So check it out, guys. Thank you so much. Support local. Stay safe. Stay home. Get in ya.